Okay, it's the level check. Meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer at 7:15. I'll be with you in just a couple of seconds. And we all take a look at what's going on weather-wise around the tri-state. Let's take a look, first of all, at our Turfway Park camera. Now, this is a live shot. It's 29 degrees over at Turfway Park, right next door to CVG. And as you can see off to in the distance there, near the light poles, they are doing racing tonight, as a matter of fact. Pretty snowy for that racing. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. I've got to get the right camera set up. Okay, it's trying to connect. Now we're trying to log into the camera. All right, that didn't take long. Now let me see if I can if I can zoom in a little bit here. Okay, then I'll have to move it off to the left. Some nice snow showers coming down around Turfway Park. Okay, tilt it down a little bit, and that is the starting gate that they're hauling, so they are racing tonight, Turfway Park. Now, I didn't see them racing the past couple of nights at Turfway Park, and that's probably just to protect the horses. When it gets that cold, it's just like a human. When you have stiff muscles and cold air, not a good idea to overdo it until you really warm up, and you might not be able to warm up with as cold as it had been. So they are, looks like they are doing some racing over at Turfway Park, and we'll check in with that. I don't know if we'll be able to catch a race while I'm on live here, but we'll take a look and see at that. So here we go. There's a oh, come on, focus. How did you do that? There we go. And there you see it. There's the Turfway Park racing and gaming. There's the gate, and they're getting ready to take the gate out to see some races. And again, a little bit of snow coming down there. Really won't accumulate. It'll give a little bit of a dusting. Can't rule out a slick spot. Be especially careful if you're out this evening and you have to walk on an icy sidewalk. That may very well end up being quite slick. Not so much that there's anything new, but if you put a little bit of light snow or a little bit of water on top of that hard frozen ice, you can very well end up with a very, very slippery situation. Oops, one more thing here. Got to turn off the overhead lights so that you get the true color, so you can see how pale and pasty my 71-year-old skin is. So there it is. So they are racing, and you can see the snow flurry activity coming down. It's lightening up a little bit already over that way. Okay, so now I'll get to the main weather computer, and we'll start talking a little bit here about what's going on weather-wise around the tri-state. Here are the current temperatures. Now it's 29 at CVG, right next door there to Turfway Park. Look, it's hit 32 at Lunkin. Most areas in the upper 20s right now. If we talk about temperatures compared to this time yesterday, CVG is 10 warmer than yesterday. Lunkin 13 warmer. 13 warmer in Wilmington, Chillicothe, 14 warmer in Portsmouth, 13 warmer in Richmond. So it is on the way. What is it? That's the warming trend, with Falmouth coming in 13 degrees warmer. And the wind chill still in the 20s. So they're only a few degrees colder than the temperature. Nothing really brutal out there. The coldest wind chill 16 in Shelbyville, 17 in Richmond, and a couple in our viewing area around 19 degrees. So it's cold enough to bundle up, but it's certainly not that brutal, dangerous cold we've had for a while. Now here's the activity, the snow shower activity. You can see it's moving off to the east very, very quickly. We'll zoom in a little bit here. And the darker blue is the heavier stuff. So if you look at this, what you'll see here is there's some pretty dark blue here in the northern part of Warren County. So from around the Trenton area over here toward Waynesville along I-71, that stuff is going to move into this northern half of Clinton County. So if you're watching from around Wilmington, you'll go into a brief heavier snow, and not heavy. Not going to give you more. It's not going to give you more than a dusting because it's moving so fast. And then there are a couple other spots here. Now look at some of the dark blue just kind of fades out, like this one right here. See, it crosses in, it fades out to nothing. But so it's not really staying around long. And you saw there from the wider shot that will be gone before long. And we begin to clear out overnight. And with that clearing's coming a low right around that 10-degree mark. So this evening, the sun's been down since 5:49. It's 29 now, heading for 22 at 11 p.m. And notice the flurries have come to an end according to the icons there, and we begin to clear. Overnight, look for a low of 10. And I know what you're saying. Hey, you said we've got a warming trend. Well, we are in the middle of a warming trend. This is just a little blip, but overall, over the next 2 weeks, we're going to warm up to about normal. We'll stay there, and we'll look at that in detail coming up. So this says by 7 p.m., most of the snow off to the east. This model might be just a little bit faster than what's happening. And then overnight, nothing going on, and this particular model says anywhere from 9 to 20 tomorrow morning. Now, one of the things you'll notice here, notice that the coldest are off here to the west, the warmest are off to the south and east, and what's happening here, these areas clear out more quickly overnight. It'll still be partly to mostly cloudy in our southeastern corner, and that explains 19, 18, and 20 for Maysville, West Union, and Vanceburg, and that explains the single digits up here. And again, with single-digit temperatures will come wind chills on a few spots. That'll be a little bit colder than what we than 0 in spots. Okay, so starting at 7:20 p.m., this is what this model says. It doesn't seem to have a great handle on that snow. But notice as we head into Saturday, into Sunday, into Monday, maybe a few flurries or some showers on Tuesday. Nothing big going on until we get into the next weekend. Now, that's not this weekend. That is as we head into February. This particular map right there is Groundhog Day. So if we back it up just a little bit so you can see, because it went pretty fast. I didn't put any stops in it. So if we back that up a little bit, okay, let's go back to Saturday. Saturday at noon on the 1st of February, maybe a little bit of mix there. Okay, that is Saturday, the 1st of February, not this coming Saturday. A little bit of a mix, changes over to rain, dies out, pushes off to the east. In behind it, we may get a little bit of snow. See that little bit of snow there in Illinois that may drop our way. But it doesn't look like a big system, or at least not a big winter system. It looks more like it's going to be a wet issue. But until then, really not much going on. So we've got this weekend and then probably into next weekend before any really big precipitation type of system begins to come our way. Okay, so here's what it looks like. This particular model says that by 7 o'clock, the back edge of the heaviest precipitation, we're close to Interstate 71. Okay, this is 75 here. So this is close to Interstate 71, and then it pushes off to the east pretty quickly. And what you'll see there is it's gone, and again, by 7 a.m., we are done with the precipitation, and it's cold. All right, give me a second. I'm going to take a quick sip. I'll let you take a look at this for a minute or two. Okay, so take a look at the 6 to 10 day outlook. 6 to 10 day outlook goes out through Groundhog Day, and that puts us just a little bit near normal. I mean, we're in a narrow band here. Here's below normal, here's above normal. So we're near normal here from the 29th through Groundhog Day. If we take a look at the second half, we're still near normal, and that pretty much fits with what I'm going to show you on the graphs coming up here in a couple of minutes. Now, this was the one that was done last Friday, so it's a week old now. That will be updated tomorrow, and we'll talk about that in more detail. But February 5th to February 18th, we are looking at temperatures near normal in the Fox 19 Now viewing area. Okay, now we go to precipitation near normal through the 2nd of February, a little bit above normal through the 6th of February, and then more above normal as we head on into the middle part of February. And this is kind of sticking with what I've been saying for a little while. I've been saying it looks like we get blasted with Arctic air in January. We dig out of it, become normal into the middle of February, and then we get warmer and wetter as we head closer and closer to March. And right now, it looks like it could be fairly wet from late February into March, and with wet weather in the spring could come some storminess. So my initial thinking here for our springtime forecast is fairly wet. I don't mean flooding rains day after day after day. I just mean more than normal precipitation. Each of those precipitation episodes comes with a storm system, and some of the storm systems could be severe weather makers. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on that as we head on into the spring. Okay, let me tell you, let's load this. I want to also kind of let you know that Saturday at noon and Wednesday the 29th at 11:35 p.m., our winter weather special half-hour program is on. Ahead of the storm, first alert winter weather special, that's coming up then. We've worked a lot on it. As a matter of fact, I was editing until about 4 a.m. this morning to get some cleanup on this show done. So a half-hour special coming up at noon on Saturday, and then 11:35 on Wednesday ahead of the storm. I hope you get a chance to watch it. You can set your DVR if you want to do that, or you can wait. I don't know how long it'll take them to have it online, but it will eventually be online. But first run is Saturday, and then again, the second run is on Sunday. So let's go ahead now. Okay, got to get back to where I was. When I loaded the storm graphic, I lost my place. Okay, so now let's go to the 7-day forecast. All right, and what you're going to see in the 7-day forecast here is we're not going to see a return of the Arctic air. All right, so we do have a cold night tonight, down to 10, 23 the high tomorrow, so it's going to be, it's nippy out there. 15 and 38 for Saturday, 37 for Sunday, 39 for Monday. So we've got a dry weekend, a dry Monday, and then it looks like dry weather for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Look at those highs, 43 and 46. Those are above normal, actually. And then 42 with a chance of some light rain on Thursday. Okay, now as we go to beyond the 7-day forecast, you can see on the 31st, partly to mostly cloudy, and then each day from the 1st to the 6th, the chance for a few showers out there. And again, when you're looking at the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, chance of rain and snow mixed. It depends upon the time of day. If it mainly happens in the afternoon, in the warmest part of the day, probably rain. If it happens in the morning, probably a wet snow. There's nothing really icy coming our way. So we are talking about fairly active, fairly wet February into March, and that could lead to a fairly stormy spring, so we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, and then we'll take a look at our summary graphic here. This is the next 14 days, highs and lows, put on the normal lines, and you can see that the high temperatures stay near normal, low temperatures stay a little bit above normal. And if you take that 14-day stretch and average it out, we'll average out slightly warmer than normal the way it looks. Okay, so next, let me take a look at what's going on Facebook. All I've got to do is get the right mouse out here. But so many different things going on this desk right behind these monitors to use. So, okay, let's go out to Facebook, see who we've got online with me today. Samantha Joe, question. I'm not sure what that means, Samantha, but okay. And then felt like spring when feeding. Yeah, I tell you what. Susan Wally says she has to feed her farm animals. She said it felt like spring. So even a temperature like today, after what we had, makes you feel like spring. Okay, Philip Meager missed it. Missed what? We're getting snow. It said we said that we had snow flurries in the forecast for today, and flurries can be up to 1/10 of an inch, or a little bit of a coating. But it's not a big thing. So we had that in the forecast. I'm not sure why you're saying we missed it, Philip, but it's about over, okay? So, okay, wait a minute. Philip, I think I owe you an apology. You said missed it. Maybe you mean that you missed we have given the forecast, because then you asked the question, are we getting snow tonight? And, well, getting a little bit of that now, but by 8 o'clock it's pretty much gone. Unless you're way east of the city, it will be out of like Adams and Lewis counties by 10 o'clock. Hello, Darla. How are you tonight? And that's it. There aren't many comments out there now. So let me go back. Here, Jeff Beechler. He says he's hoping this spring isn't like last spring. Got to think about what last spring was like. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, yes. Well, I think what's going to happen, and again, I was talking about that a little while ago, typical of a La Nina winter spring is higher than normal precipitation. Okay, well, the La Nina kind of fizzled out and didn't really impact our weather in January. It just let the cold air come our way, which usually it would block. So I'm talking about basically wetter than normal, and because wetter than normal weather comes with these small little systems that come our way, that also gives us an increased chance, I think, of severe weather this spring. So we'll keep an eye on that. So, yeah, and Jeff Beechel says last spring was bad, but not as bad as, and part of summer, but not as bad as spring. Okay, so I'll have to look up all the data on that. Okay, let me go back over the forecast here in case you missed it earlier. I had one person say that they didn't see it on Roku, but it should be there. Everything I've got says it should be up on Roku. So if it's not up on Roku, you can, or if it is, you can send me a comment and let me know. And then I'll have to have the engineering staff look at it. So, okay, let's go back. Okay, we will start with the evening forecast, and then we will go from there. All right, so here's what we've got. So, okay, so you can see it better. I'll give it to you full screen. Okay, so here we go. We are talking about temperatures dropping off into the low 20s by 11 p.m. It's 28 right now, with the snow coming to an end everywhere. Okay, the snow showers. It's not a real accumulating snow event. Got a low temperature of 10 overnight. The sky will become mostly to partly clear. And again, those the clearest skies will be in the northwest where it will be the coldest. And here's what we've got. This is as of 7 p.m. If we put this into motion, let's see here. If we put this into motion here, let me see if I can drag it by hand. You see that by 10 p.m., there are only a few flurries left. That white circle there you see near Cincinnati. And then it's pretty much gone. So by midnight, we're completely out of it. And then by tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., you'll see the temperatures drop off into the single digits in the northwest. So this is the area that gets the clearing first. So with more hours without a blanket of cloud cover, they're going to cool off. And then this gets the clearing last. Probably won't clear out until after sunrise in our southeastern corner, and that explains that 20-degree temperature there in Vanceburg. All right. Let's see. It's still loading. Give me a second, and I'll get going. There we go. And then temperatures only into the 20s during the day tomorrow. So a cold day, and then the warming trend resumes. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what this model shows. Shows nothing Friday, Saturday, or Sunday as far as precipitation goes. Monday and Tuesday, nothing in the tri-state. And then as we head on into next weekend, we've got that chance for a little bit of rain and or snow. Now, that's the weekend of the 1st and 2nd of February, not this coming weekend. But notice how that system is coming out of the south and west. And at this time of the year, there's some warm air down that way. So what we're looking at here is Saturday the 1st at about 4 a.m., maybe getting a little bit of ice, a little bit of sleet or freezing rain. That's that pink color there with temperatures of 28. But it does warm up to above freezing by the time we get into the afternoon, and it dries out pretty much. So maybe a little bit of a system, not this weekend, but the following weekend. Too early to be specific about it, though. So we definitely do not have to worry too much about that one. All right, and so then there we go for the extended forecast. We are in the gray shade, so the Fox 19 Now viewing area near normal. Near normal through the 6th of February. This is hot. These are temperatures. This particular graphic will be updated tomorrow, and we'll show you what they think. But they're looking at, I think it's going to stay near normal for us through the 18th of February. And then we begin to see the La Nina pattern kick in and bring us more than normal precipitation. So here we go. Precipitation through the 2nd of February, about normal. A little bit higher than normal in that shade of color through the 6th, and then getting wetter as we head to the middle of the month and on into March. I think above normal precipitation will rule. And this particular graphic is really old, so don't pay any attention to that. I accidentally put that in the rundown. Okay, your 7-day forecast looks like this. Low tonight 10, high tomorrow 23, 15 and 38 on Saturday. It'll be breezy. Mostly cloudy day Sunday with a high of 37, 39 and breezy. Lots of sunshine Monday. Tuesday looks nice. Wednesday, look at that. High of 43 and a high of 46. Haven't seen that for a while. And then chance of some showers Thursday. That's ahead of that next system. So that Thursday, that Friday, the chance of some showers. And I think we're going to have to update this because right now we have the chance of showers on Friday, the 31st, nothing. No, sorry, we did fix that. So Saturday, the 1st and 2nd, Sunday, we have that chance of rain. It could be a rain-snow mix. And then much greater chance of getting almost daily off and on light precipitation as we head towards the 6th of the month. And here's a summary of the next 2 weeks. Highs and lows, put the normal lines on, and what you find there is that we're hugging normal on both sides. A little bit warmer than normal for the most part on the low temperatures, but above and below, but kind of flirting with normal, as I say, on the high temperature side. Okay, let me go back here quickly to Facebook, see if anybody else Okay, and then Jeff Beechler says a lot of tornadoes. We didn't like that. Yeah, it was a pretty stormy spring. And I'm not forecasting this, but I'm just saying there are indications that from late February through March, we could have wetter than normal and stormier than normal weather around the tri-state. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you informed as we get closer and closer so you know ahead of time. All right, well, that is it for today. I think I will end it right here. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have those new week 3 and 4 graphics, and those week 3 and 4 graphics should take us to the end of the month of February, give you a good idea of what we're facing there. So thank you for joining me. Have yourself a nice night. It's going to be cold in the morning with temperatures around 10 or a little bit lower in some spots. And so bundle up and get ready for temperatures hitting the 40s before we get done with the 7-day forecast. Have yourself a nice night.